Chair.
Senator Nancy Binay, and then after Senator Binay, Senator Pacquiao.
Secretary Aguirre, kadugtong lang ho nung tanong ni Senator Sotto. Dun sa 3,482, ilan ho dito yung masasabing drug lord o big fish?
Yun po ang kwan eh. Yun nga ang parang we'll make another report kasi incomplete ang picture dyan eh. Kasi hindi sinasabi dyan dun sa resolution whether the drug case was dismissed or not.
So hindi pa ho pala sure kung yung 3,482 nakakulong na tong mga taong to sa bilibid.
Perhaps you're talking about different thing. Baka yung 1,469 sinasabi nyo. Ano? She's asking the 3,482 resolved cases in the last 5 years.
Sabi nyo, meron na kayong total conviction na 3,482. So I assume nakakulong na ho to sa bilibid.
Opo na po, nakakulong na yung mga yun.
And ilan ho dito yung drug lords or big-time pushers?
We'll have to double-check the records, Madam Senator, to find out yung classification po. How many are yung small-time pushers or users and how many are actual drug lords. But there are cases already where the department obtained convictions involving big drug lords also. Like for example, the one in the Shabu Laboratory in Mandaue, Cebu, and in Lipa, Batangas. No, so there have been several big convictions. Opo.
Kalbintan.
Yes, but just to say, Madam Senator, we will provide you with the breakdown. We will try to check the classifications of the convicts.
Thank you. And then you mentioned then that you filed 126,000 cases. Ano nung status ng mga kaso? Ay, nasa na ho itong mga finailan nyo ng kaso? Lahat ho ba ito nakakulong ngayon sa mga city jail or saan ho sila ngayon?
Most of these
out on bail?
No, most of these 126 cases are actually detained, Madam Senator. For the information of the good senator, a case would last an average of about 8 years. 8 years.
8 years to get a conviction or dismissal?
8 years, ma'am, yung process ng trial. Ang reality po kasi sa ground is that you have most of the cases that are filed and pending in second-level courts are actually drug cases. Puro ho yung users, pushers. No? And these are the cases which drag on for quite some time. So, sa dami ho nung kaso na yan, ito hong mga tao na to mostly are under detention, preventive detention. Okay? So, ito ho yung karamihan dito nililitis pa ho hanggang sa ngayon.
How severe ho yung mga cases sila? Out of, I guess, yung 126,000. At siguro, paano niyo ba kina-classify yung small-time pusher, drug lord?
Well, most of the cases that are filed, ma'am, are the ones which are filed in the city and the provinces. These are cases involving buy-bust operations. Yung mga small-time users, yung mga nahuhuli ho ng nagpe-peddle ng drugs, yung mga nahuhulihan ho na actually gumagamit sa mga small-time dens, no? And those who are actually engaged in small-time selling and use of drugs. This is the vast majority of the numbers that we have.
Mga ilang percent ho sila dun sa 126,000?
Siguro po dito po lalabas po yan, mga 90% po yan. Approximately 90%.
And then 10% lang ho talaga yung mga...
The remaining 10% would be those who are actually engaged in big-time selling, yung mga malakihang distribution ho ng drugs, and then the laboratories that we have.
Meron ho ba tayong big-time drug lords na pending pa rin yung case?
We have cases which have actually been filed recently, Madam Senator. This involves Chinese nationals who were found, who were caught in Malabon, arrested in Malabon. This involves a laboratory. No? And then we have also we have a case which was filed sometime in July involving a ship which was found carrying in Subic, no? Some quantity, I think 5 kilos were found in that area. And we have several cases. I just cannot give the exact details now, but immediately after the administration of the side of the administration of President Duterte, there have been a lot of big cases that have been filed. The most recent one that we have is the one which was caught in Mandaluyong involving yung ecstasy, huge quantities, yes, party drugs that they call, which is also being handled now by one of our offices in the field po.
Mr. Chairman, baka you can just provide the committee with the data.
Yes, Madam Senator.
Tapos, Secretary Reyes, ilan mo ba talaga yung figures natin for drug users? Kasi meron ng 3 million, may 3.7 million. I mean, based on your official data.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and Madam Senator. Actually, we have several data sources, Madam Chair. From the computation of the enforcement sector, we have around 3 to 3.7 million Filipino users. Now, based on the survey naman po, Madam Chair, 2015 National Household Survey, we have around 1.8 current users and around 4.3 million lifetime users, Madam Chair.
1.8
1.8 current users, and then yung isa, sir, is 4.3 lifetime users. Ito, sir, yung mga tumikim once in their life.
Tumikim lang ho yung lifetime.
At least nakagamit, ma'am. Apo.
Akala ko yung lifetime yung hindi na kailangan, hindi na ma-rehabilitate.
Not necessarily drug dependent, that's what you mean.
Yes, yes, Mr. Chair.
Siguro baka pwede i-change na yung term kasi pag sinabi niyo yung lifetime, parang ang impression ko, lalo na diba, we got a data na 24% lang yung na-rehabilitate. Baka ito yung...
Probable one-time user.
Yes, sir. Noted, sir. We will change yung terminologies. Baka nga confusing, sir.
And then dun sa data niya na, anong officially nang ginagamit niyo? Yung enforcement or base?
Basically, yung 3.7 million, Madam Chair.
And then out of the 3.7 million hindi naman kasi lahat ng user pusher. So sa pushers naman meron din ba tayong data?
Sa enforcement po, Madam Chair.
Siguro General Bato, may data ba tayo kung ilan yung pushers? Siguro percentage?
Yeah, Your Honor, we are basing our data from the production of the Dangerous Drugs Board. Yung nanggagaling sa kanila, Your Honor.
Parang wala po silang number kung ilan yung pushers. Baka sa PDEA meron?
We have the same data, Your Honor, based on the Dangerous Drugs Board.
Ano yung data?
So basically, ma'am, what we're saying is basically nakamix sila, ma'am.
So pwede out of the 3 million, nandun na rin yung
yes, ma'am.
Pushers. Mga ilang percentage out of the users yung
more often
pushers?
than not, ma'am, yung users po kasi, once they get into the habit, they really turn to pushing later on, no? To sustain po yung habit nila. So medyo malaking percentage po ito, Madam Chair, Mr. Chair.
Yung big time pushers, may idea ba tayo kung yung nag-ooperate ba dito, may 100, may 500 ba sila, or may ganong data ba tayo?
Chief Rodelarosa, Mr. Chairman.
Your Honor, yung available data lang namin tungkol dyan is yung binasihan namin yung current na nag-surrender na umabot na ng 689,906. Out of this 689,000, ang nag-surrender dito na user is 629,563. Tapos yung pusher is 46,028. Yan yung data lang na available sa amin, Your Honor, based dun sa surrenderies ng ating Project Blue Barrel.
Mga 20%. Ano?
Ito, sir.
Kung mag-approximation ka, kung mga 20-25%. Therefore, kung there are 3.7 probable drug dependents in the country, 20 to 25% are pushers.
Ang ito, sir, yung surrender user is 91.25%. Ang user. Ang surrendered pusher is 8.91%.
Mas mababa. Okay.
Mababa.
10%.
More or less 3%.
Sa 3.7, mga 370,000 pushers.
Yes.
Now, the classification, Senator Binay, Mr. Chairman, if I may just be allowed, whether you are a street pusher, you are a mid-level pusher, or a drug pusher, or a drug lord, they are all called drug dealers. No matter what the classification, they are drug dealers. That's the international term. Thank you.
Before I recognize Senator Pacquiao, also on the agenda is Senate Resolution number 19, directing the appropriate Senate committees to conduct an inquiry in aid of legislation on the effective drug prevention and intervention for the youth, authored by Senator Bamakino. Also, yung Senate Bill number 8, yung Affordable Drug Rehabilitation Treatment, kaya natin inimbita rin yung DOH and the local government executives here present.
Mr. Chair.
Senator Pacquiao.
Sir.
Yes, please.
Regarding your earlier question on the UDICTA discharge, we ask our people to do the research. Melvin Udicta, prisoner number 137586-P, was released. The order of release was signed on June 7, 1995 by Penal Superintendent Colonel Prospero Barcenas. That is what we have on our record, sir. 1995, sir. There is no further info as of the moment, sir, but we'll try to look into it.
Pero convicted ito, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Kasi prisoner number.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, please provide the committee the details
Yes, sir.
of the release.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Mr.
Thank
Chair,
you, sir.
pwede padagdag lang kay Secretary Aguirre kasi na-mention ho na 46,000 yung pushers. Na-file ano ba ng mga kaso itong 46,000?
Nandun po. I think it's contained in the statistics which you have just read by Senior State Prosecutor Padullon.
Yes, Madam Senator, most of these cases involving these pushers or drug dealers have been filed in court po.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Sige po, Secretary Reyes.
Madam Senator, Who was the Secretary of Justice in 1995 when Odicta was released?
Panahon yun.
The Secretary of Justice then was, if I'm not mistaken, sir, Secretary Gingona. Yes, sir.
Secretary Gingona.
Secretary Gingona, sir.
Sige, please proceed, Secretary. If I may, Mr. Chair, just to add, to answer the question of Madam Senator Binay, what PDEA has, Mr. Chair, is the data on high-value targets, Mr. Chair. In 2015, they have arrested around 1,822 high-value targets. That's around 9.38% of all those arrested by the enforcement sector, Mr. Chair. And when you talk about high-value targets, Mr. Chair, talks about politicians, law enforcers, member of drug groups and armed groups, government employees, and foreign nationals that were arrested.